Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, March 4th. It is a directive to us to March 4th. It is Monday, March 4th, 2024. It is 9 a.m., which means it is time once again for our mindful moment. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I am the spiritual leader here at Unity of Tucson. Unity of Tucson is an inclusive and loving spiritual center here where you get to come and explore your own personal purpose and spiritual path. And it is a delight to be able to share some information with you, to share teaching with you, to share, ideas with you. And you get to determine how or if you will even apply those in your life. I choose to apply them in my life, and I choose to express them in this manner because it keeps me consistent in my spiritual practice. And what I have found is that a consistency in my practice has enhanced the quality of my life. And so that's why I share it. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment and let me know that you are here. Who's here so far? Let's see, I've got one comment coming through so far. There it is. Sherry Hoffman, happiest day to all. Grateful to see you this glorious, glorious day, Sherry. And I'm sure some more comments will come through. Oh, there's Kathy over on YouTube saying marvelous Monday morning. It is a marvelous Monday morning. Grateful to see you. And as those comments do continue to come through, I do want to offer my reminder. And as I often will now say, just take this in perhaps as though you've never heard me say it before. What does this feel like? What would it feel like if this was the first time you've ever heard this? And maybe for some of you, it is the first time you've heard this. Here's what I offer each time I see you. You are love. You are light. You are life. You are magnificent. And I am so grateful that you shine your light and share your magnificence. Thank you for doing that. As I say that out loud and give you the idea that perhaps listen to it as though you're hearing it for the first time, I then circle it back around. And as I say it out loud, I listen to it and I consider for myself, what would it feel like if this was the first time I was hearing that? To hear, I am life, I am love, I am light, I am magnificent. Well, I'll tell you, it elevates my inner feeling of self. And so I will work with that. Let's see who else is here. Roberta is saying hi, all grateful to see you this glorious day. Reverend Jerry Stratemeyer, blessings to everyone and blessings to you, Jerry. So today, what's been on my mind is a clarification. If you were part of yesterday's celebration here at Unity of Tucson, we have Sunday celebration, of course, every Sunday at 10 a.m. We do lots of music, I give my message, and then I give homework. And the homework yesterday was, and I tried to be really clear about this, don't try to do this all week. I've done this where I invite people for an entire week to do this, but this time I said, just give it a 24-hour period, one day, where you say yes to everything, which then brings up a little bit of fear in some people. And that's okay to recognize that there might be fear behind that. The great news is we are empowered with the intellect. We are empowered with understanding. We are empowered with imagination to be able to review that fear and make decisions accordingly. I don't want my life to be rooted in fear, but if something is coming up in me that is a fearful response, I need to be willing to look at it, not just to shove it to the side and say, oh, love is all there is, that's it, which I do believe love is all there is. But I don't think that I need to be relegated to always operating rooted in responses to fear. And so I gave everyone an out. And that's what I really wanted to make sure was very clear today, is that say yes to everything. And here is how I will encourage you to deepen in your consideration of what you're saying yes to. really, I invite you to truly hear this because I want, even if you weren't in service yesterday, I want everyone to do this. Take a 24-hour period in the next week to say yes to everything. And remember that sometimes saying no to the outside circumstances is the best yes for yourself. How are you? So really this exercise is about deepening an understanding to what is a yes for myself. How am I saying yes to myself in everything? Are you willing to do that? And it may be that it aligns with outside circumstances. It may be that it aligns with something that somebody offers to you that in the past you might have given second thought to, but now perhaps as you deepen, you can say, yes, that is something I would like to experience. I went on a walk with my husband yesterday after the celebration, and after my Sunday afternoon nap. I usually go home and take a 25-minute nap when I get home from Sundays. So I went with a walk with my husband yesterday, and we were talking about all kinds of different things. You know, one of the things that you may know is that we thought we bought a house. The house didn't work out. It's all fine. I felt relief when the house didn't work out. But part of what had happened is during the time when we thought we had bought the house, we started packing up the house we live in, right? Well, we still have a lot of boxes that we have not unpacked. And I think that there's some energetic thing in there that is saying, unpack the boxes or don't, but make a decision about it. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to unpack the boxes, or are you going to move forward in a different direction? Perhaps that invites you to the purchase of a different house that not the house that you thought you were buying 3 months ago, but something else. And so what's coming up for me is to say yes to the infinite potential and possibility. So we haven't settled wholly on this, but we might be looking for another house, one that is more in alignment with our desire and our plan for how our future unfolds. And when we lost the opportunity for the other house, I just looked at that no as, of course, next opportunity. And so I'm willing to take this opportunity to say yes, right? So the funny thing is, while we had this big plan to finish our walk and get back home and then unpack all the boxes, we went home and we actually started looking at, MLS. My husband's a realtor, so he has access to MLS. We started looking at houses yesterday, and we'll see. Nothing really got me too terribly excited, but I am excited to consider the possibilities. So, what are you saying yes to, and what are you saying no to that is a yes in your heart? That's the message today. And to deepen in consideration of all the options. And it's not just binary options. We oftentimes consider things in terms of a binary option. It's yes or no. Well, maybe there's something in between as well. How will you factor the in between? So, with that in mind, I think it would be wise for us to engage in the practice of affirmative prayer together, if that is something that works for you. If it is safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes, I invite you to close your eyes. Simply allow the relaxed awareness of this present moment, releasing anything that has preceded this moment, letting go of anything which may unfold in the future, just letting it go, and allowing heart and mind to be focused on the present moment, here and now. We are the infinite presence in the present. There is never a time when we are not the infinite presence, but I choose to let my focus be on that awareness here and now. And it is in the here and now, with this particularized focus, that I open up to a greater realization of the One, the infinite power and presence, the infinite wholeness, the infinite source of creation, the energetic field of all possibility. I open to a greater realization that this is all there is. There can be nothing separate from the creative power, the creative energy that I choose to call God. And I understand that God is not a being, but the beingness at the core of my heart, the beingness at the core of creation, the beingness that is expressed in the feeling tone of all that is. That it is the deepest part of the deep and the most expansive part of the expanse. It is all one and the same. And each and every one of us are facets of this infinite wholeness. We are each and every one of us full expressions of the divine. The wholeness of us is God. The wholeness of us is this creative energy, is this power. It is the vibration of creation. We are that which is. There can be no separation. And so I know that this word I speak right now is backed by the infinite power of creation. And so I set my mind, I set my heart on the course of deepening in understanding. In every situation, every time I am faced with some consideration, that I know what is mine to say yes to, and I know what is mine to say yes to by saying no. That I am always on the right and perfect path, because that is my nature. That is the nature of me, as each and every one of us is. This is our nature as expressions of wholeness. There can be no aspect of unfoldment that is not perfect in its unfoldment. And so even if I choose to make a different decision later, I choose to make decisions. I allow the yes, and I allow the yes in exclaiming a no. I choose to open up in mind and in heart to a greater understanding intuitively of what is mine to do. And it is with gratitude and appreciation overflowing that I choose to let this be the way in which I live, the manner in which I live. I let go, I trust, I know, and affirm this as so, with gratitude and appreciation overflowing by saying, and so it is. Amen. So it is. Well, I am delighted. I'm always delighted to share this time with you. I want to say hello to William. Magnificent day to you, my friend. Ciao from Sue. Grateful to see you. Roberta, love this. Thank you, and thank you. William, yes, yes. Well, I'm saying yes to a lot and choosing the yes in my life. Here's some things that I'm saying yes to. So on March 13th, we're going to have a satsang with self-described traveling monk Brian Lotman, guiding us in that practice of a sound bath of chanting and music, and you know, it's a great opportunity for some spiritual practice. And perhaps maybe it's a different thing for you, that maybe you've never experienced a satsang. I'm going to invite you to join us for that. You know, is that a yes? Remember what I said, say yes to everything for a 24-hour period. Maybe your 24-hour period hasn't started yet. And maybe saying no is a yes to yourself. I can't tell you what it is, but would love to see you there. We are doing this on a suggested love donation basis. And so, you know, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I have to pay. Like, we would love to see you there and really deepen into the practice. Would love that. The other thing, of course, is we have this concert coming up in April, the Shine concert, and tickets are now on sale. You can get your tickets. You can go to unitytucson.com/shine. Get your tickets now. You can, I know that many of you watch this on a device like a phone, and so you can't scan the QR code. I'm aware of that. But if you are in a position where you can scan the QR code, that's a quick and easy way to get to the ticketing for this. You can also get your tickets in the Desert Light bookstore. We are doing the tiered ticketing again, so we'll have $40 VIP seating, which means you are guaranteed a seat in the first 4 rows of the sanctuary, and $30 for everything else. And so we'd love to see you there. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to head out. I'm going to go get a haircut. I'm excited about a haircut today. Looking forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Do join me again for the Mindful Moment right here on Facebook, YouTube, or our website, wherever you're watching from. And once again, shine your light. Shine your light. It was entrusted to you to shine forth. And I'm so grateful that you do. Peace and blessings, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.